Yes, sir. So, bros, I ran across this clip with J.R. Smith. He used to ball in the NBA if you're not familiar with him, but this is the perfect example as to why black male athletes, they're just not leaders. Entertainers, they're not leaders. They're influencers. They can influence the new generation to cop kicks, sip lean, hit the strip club. List goes on, but they cannot lead a community. No disrespect, no shots thrown. They're too focused on their craft, their skills, their gifts, schedules, game time, game film. Their list goes on. But when they pop up, when they want to have a conversation, it's only to build their brand. So bros got to be wary of that. When the light is dimming, when the status is no longer there, when they're out of the league, when they're out of Hollywood, when they're not getting any roles, what do they want to do? They want to become a pro-black. They want to attack Trump. They want to talk about white privilege. All of the liberal talking points, bro. Conservative cats bigging up this dude because he's talking about blacks can do for self, all of that good shit, right? Riding this Johnson as if he says something marvelous. The conversation has been going on before J.R. Smith was in the league, while he was in the league, and now while he's out of the league. And like I said, when people are out of the league, when people are not in that status anymore, what do they want to do? They do attention grabbers. They go ahead and figure out what they were doing wrong when they were in the league, but that's okay. J.R. Smith was a known knucklehead. Not to bash him, but are you going to stay a knucklehead your whole life, bro? Not at all. He's coming to the realization that he was part of the problem, contributing to nigga nonsense, and the nigga nonsense still goes on to this day. The music, mumble rap, the thought pockets, list goes on, bro. I'm not about to ramble. Let's be real. But like I said, he's about to come. They're about to have a conversation with Brandon Marshall and some other people. And he's going to talk about what's basically on his mind. Let's check it out.
You can't do it without them.
What you trying to accomplish with this move you making right now, this transition that you're in?
My biggest move right now is trying to change as many minds that look like us back into the Afrocentric mindset opposed to the Eurocentric mindset.
Well, here we go. This dude must have been watching Dr. Umar getting high or something. we need to get the quote unquote black Americans out of the nigga mindset. Forget about a Eurocentric, forget about an Afrocentric. Get out of the nigga mindset, that nigga mentality, that rat race, crabs in a barrel mentality to where you don't want to see your brother do good, where you can't give your brother a helping hand, where brothers can't even build. You feel me? Let's talk about that first. Fuck all this Eurocentric shit. That's only gonna keep the comparisons going. Well, Peter did this. Fuck all of that.
Trained and it's so embedded to have that Eurocentric mindset that worry about myself, worry about me, worry about mine. I'm not going to help nobody else who look like me build up when everybody else do it but us. When you made over $100 million in your career, right? Is 105 going to change? 110 going to change your lifestyle? Realistically. You know how many people you can change lifestyle with $10 million in our hood? In our communities? We were in the lockout. We were in not the lockout, but
Right, J.R. Smith, but you're having this conversation with people that are retired. Why don't you have a conversation with LeBron? You used to play with him. Or is he still mad at you for not knowing that there was time? I mean, what he's saying isn't wrong, but let's be honest, the message is basically coming from the wrong messenger, bro. But when it comes down to making these moves in communities and whatever that you're trying to push, you need to be talking to people that are in the league, people that have influence, that can influence the new generation and whatnot to stay off the molly and the lean and shit like that and actually make some more moves.
in the bubble, George Floyd happens.
That's right.
We stopped playing. We're in there. We go, we're gonna ask the owners for it. We're gonna ask the owners for it. Stop asking them for. What are we asking them for? I went down the line. No bull. You can show. You can ask these dudes if not. I got Paul George sitting right here. I got DeMar DeRozan sitting right here. I got Russell Westbrook sitting right here. I'm literally sitting next to all of these dudes who are LA guys. I'm like, bro, I'm not counting your chips, but everybody else is. So you make 200, you make 200, you make 175, you make 150, you make 180. Why don't y'all have your own gym? Why we gotta go to UCF?
That's a great point, and that's the best point I've heard J.R. Smith make in a long time. I haven't even thought about that myself. You got all of these NBA players pulling up to an open gym and they still got YMCA memberships. Makes no sense. You're living in LA and you mean to tell me you don't have a gym that you could just say that pull up to my gym? Let's have an open run. We're going to pull up to this gym or go to LA Fitness, wherever it is. That's an actual fact right there. I'll give you that, JR.
Work out in LA every time. You got your own. Y'all all come from the exact same community. You want to inspire kids that look like you. All it takes is 5 of them. 5. 250, 250, 250, 250, 250. What bank gonna turn us down? We about to build this whole shit out for our community. We're gonna build gyms, rec centers, start leagues, and all that. Who's gonna stop us? We got the money. We don't have the mindset. Our mindset, we'd rather go throw $60,000 in the club, in the strip club. Go throw $60,000 than go feed 2,500 people in the hood. Think about it. I've done it. I can't sit here and be like, oh man, I'm a hypocrite. I've done this myself. I've thrown money in the club, literally, blindlessly, aimlessly, drunk, at a ball. And now I sit back like I'm a stupid ass.
You ain't got to be a stupid, you know what I'm saying, for doing that. You was foolish. You was ignorant. You know what I mean? You're living the fast life, the social status, the Instagram. You're taking all the pictures. You're in the clubs. You feel me? You're in the VIP section popping bottles. But I would take J.R. Smith and anybody that want to think like J.R. Smith more serious if you go on people that are actually doing that right now, bro. People are still doing that to this day. You got bozos like Meek Mill. You got this dude Fabulous, damn near 50 years old, still matching every damn outfit with his sneakers like he's still in high school. You mean to tell me that Fabulous does not have a consignment shop? He doesn't have a little sneaker boutique? This nigga still is acting like he's in high school. Neither here nor there. But J.R. Smith, I'd take you and more people that you align with more serious if you actually talk that shit to these entertainers, ball players that are doing that right now to this day.
I could have fed my whole community 10 times over with the money I was just late on the bus.
Right.
Because I'm so wrapped into me. I got that Eurocentric mindset.
No, nigga, you got a nigga mindset, Eurocentric. People need to erase that bullshit from their mind. How the hell can you have a Eurocentric mindset? Meanwhile, you're not building with your people. Don't we see that? Don't we see the Europeans showing preference to Europeans? That's why people are complaining, talking about white privilege, white power, nepotism. The list goes on. We're talking about the Rooney Rule, right? It's a nigga mindset, nigga mentality, bruh. Nigga nonsense. People got to eliminate that bullshit with the music, the entertainment, and everything that goes along with that toxic lifestyle. Social media, all that shit is not important. Talking about Eurocentric. What the hell does Eurocentric have to do with a thought supporting Cardi B, talking about bust it wide, chase the bag, all of that nonsense? What does that have to do with a dude blowing a stack in a strip club? You feel me? You're supporting the sex work, right? Instead of saying, yo, shorty man, forget that. You don't even got to do this. You could go ahead and do something better. You could start up something like that. You feel me? Come on, man. It's all nigga mindset, bruh. It ain't no damn Eurocentric. What the hell the Europeans got to do with niggas going to the club, wasting their hard-earned money on some strippers shaking their ass with dudes in a group getting horny together? Makes no sense.
Designer jacket, I need these jeans, I need this book bag, I need to be looking like this because the vets got this, I'm pushing this car, I'm doing... Why? Who am I impressing? I'm not even fulfilled with me.
When did that?
And that's a big fact right there. Like I said, JR is going to drop some gems. It's just the message is coming from the wrong messenger because how many people are going to actually take J.R. Smith serious? You're throwing soup on coaches. You're doing this shirtless. You're doing all of this bogus shit. Prime JR in Denver, whole another story. But right now, retired is going to take some work. A lot of people out here are keeping up with the Joneses, trying to impress a chick, trying to impress some dudes, trying to impress people from high school, acting like you're living this life when you're really depressed. You're buying kicks to fulfill your soul. and you're empty as shit. Trying to find solace in materials, vanity, it's not gonna work.
Did that click for you?
It clicked for me probably the year after we won the chip. The year after we won the chip, I felt like I had everything, and I still wasn't whole with me because I knew there was something missing. And I couldn't, and for a long time, I went through bad depression with it because I couldn't figure out what it was. Like, I've always had this mission because my parents instilled in me to help my community, help my people, help people around me, help people who look like me. It was always about the kids when I was growing up with my pops. It was always about the kids, and I always wanted to do something like that, but I couldn't. I was tired of putting my name on it and not being on the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of being a person to talk about it and not being a person walking it. Because I can't tell you to help out with this and this and that if I'm not doing it.
Exactly, bro. We could sit in comment sections, we could sit on the pages, social media, classrooms, wherever it is, talking all day. People are going to talk you to death, talking about slavery, talking about Biden, talking about Trump, talking about all these things that don't matter, bro. What are you actually planning? You know what I mean? A lot of people are out here living day by day, just existing. No goals, no motivation.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt I'm putting people, young brothers who look like me, in a worse situation.
Because they looking up to you.
They look up to me. So when they think, oh, this is cool, this is what they saying he did this and that, he did this, he threw soup on the coach or whatever, they think that is cool. Look at what we glorify.
Ain't nobody thinking that throwing soup on a coach is cool, bruh. Only you and only the bozos that want to laugh at that. That's foolish. Let somebody go ahead and try to throw soup on a coach and let's see if you're still balling. This is what I'm trying to say. The message is coming from the wrong messenger, but at least he's coming to the realization that he was contributing to nigga nonsense and maybe he could make some moves for the better. Hopefully.
Strip club, getting high, setting people up, killing people. Like, look at what we glorify. They put millions and millions of dollars into this. Record labels put billions of dollars into this and sell.
That's by design, though, bro. So what does that tell you? If the record labels, producers, execs, the people that own the labels are promoting dysfunctional music on a day-to-day basis, Hot 97, Breakfast Club, Power 105, they're playing the same 18 songs over and over and over again. We see the same nonsense on social media. What does that tell you? All these bird brain bozos and rappers with tats all over their bodies and face are not making any moves for the future. They're only going to be here for a short term, bruh. But you're not talking to any of them that are sending the wrong message, JR. You're talking to Brandon Marshall that's doing this thing and the other two brothers that are there to join in on the podcast. But you're not telling these young rappers, you're not telling the entertainers or whatever that they're wrong. And that's where change starts, bro. We can have this conversation all day.
And we still get raped off of entertainment.
This is the why behind your movement right now?
100%. But for me, ever since like I was a kid, I've always had this mission of like helping. Because my grandfather did.
No doubt, bro. You had this mission of helping, but you weren't doing shit while you were in the league, to my knowledge. If you did, power to you. But while you're out right now, talking about it means nothing because we've seen people from schools, people from the streets, people from the leagues have these same conversations for years, bro. Having all of these pro-blacks, woke cats, and idiots looking up to people with blue check marks because they're looking for them to do things that their non-existent daddy couldn't do, wouldn't do. You feel me? But it's neither here nor there. Like I said before, black male athletes can't be leaders because they have their attention, they have their focus on everything else, bro. Let's be honest. And then they think about it down the line when pretty much it's too late. When your status isn't there, bro. Your influence really isn't there. If it's there, make it happen, bro. But all we see J.R. Smith do is grab golf clubs and hit the golf course. Neither here nor there. I'm out.